Okay, time to test a lot of stuff. Let's see how this works. Hey Google, turn on all outlets in the train room.
Okay, turning 2 outlets on. Sorry, it looks like 7 outlets aren't available right now.
She's lying, it's all working. You can blame Heath on that one. Getting everything freaking voice controlled is amazing. And I do apologize, this is just a tech demo stream. I am testing a whole bunch of concepts out that I just randomly decided to do. So we're going to see how things work, first and foremost. And the first thing is I am definitely not using the right mic for a stream. For sure, I'm using the Logitech mic, which probably sounds horrible right now. Again, tech demo. We'll figure it out. I plan on getting an XLR mic for this particular streaming room, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let me get everything squared away. Alright, so we need to get connected here. Let's see here. Alright. So I think we're set. Let's go ahead and change the scene here. Hello! Okay, so we're connecting. Let me just make sure we're good here. Make sure my LNWI works. And then we'll go from there. Okay, got that. Okay, let's grab engine driver. Connect to that. So let me select our engine of the night, which is our SP9331, and I think it's an SD45. Yes, an SD45T number 2. So if I remember correctly, this was the first engine that I did from my DCC install. No, this is the one I did off camera just to make sure I knew what the heck I was doing. Yeah. So welcome everyone, this is episode 0. This is a tradition I've always done when starting a new stream, is to do episode 0. It's kind of a legacy thing. If you guys have been following me forever, just to see if everything works correctly. It's more of a concept, just to see how things work. So it's kind of a tech demo. You guys kind of saw a tech demo with my aircraft carrier DCC layout. Yeah, and we'll take it from there. But I plan to get, like I said, I plan to get a better mic. I'm going to get a wireless, hopefully XLR mic in the future, but right now I'll get a wireless headset, so that way I can talk and go around this modular layout here and see how things work in particular. So what we're going to do is we'll just do a quick Q&A stuff. I'll just ramble for like 30 minutes. I'm going to keep these streams kind of short, but definitely a resolution I wanted to do for 2023 is stream a lot more often. Right now I'm doing daily short videos, so that way we can get this channel exposed and bring a whole bunch of people who are just fascinated about model railroading here to the channel, and also spread the love to everyone else as well. And then I do a lot longer videos when I do my fun runs, and then I got to finish the full package with streaming. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while now. Just haven't had the time nor resources to really execute it. So, but finally got the computer up and going to where I can finally start streaming again. Got my second monitor on here so I can finally monitor things the way I want it to. And in the future we'll have a third monitor here for the layout, command and control, dispatch board, which is something I really want to do. We're getting there. There's a few things I still have to do, and kind of something that I'm stuck on a couple things. So before we start rambling, I'm going to go ahead and get this train running, because you guys want to see a train running, right? So let me go ahead and let's go ahead and acquire it. So what I'm using, if you guys don't know, I've got a Samsung A7 tablet that I'm using to control the engine with. And I've got my LNWI that's on my table right here. Unfortunately, limited cords, I can't show you on camera, but I do have an LNWI that I'm using to make this a $100 or $99 controller, which is a lot cheaper in my opinion. And I love engine driver. So this is an Android, and for Androids they do the engine driver app, which I love because I can control my switches. I've got a switch back here. On this particular monitor, it's called Phoenix Point. And so eventually I still got to connect this to LocalNet to my overall command station, which right now I'm using the old school DCS51 controller. Eventually we'll get upgraded to a 240. It's my goal to get a proper DCC setup so you guys can see just how crazy we can get Digitrax. That's always been my goal ever since I've been introduced DCC and kind of grew up with Digitrax in my DCC career. So yeah, that's gonna get a whole bunch more crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and inquire 9331. I'll go ahead and put the lights on. Now, this one does not have sound because, again, I'm still a novice when it comes to DCC conversion. So this guy was actually a DCC ready engine that I just put the 9-pin Digitrax decoder in there just so I can run it as DCC. And this guy I got for a steal. So the story behind this SP engine is that in the my old club that I joined, St. Louis Obispo Railroad Association down in California, Oceano, California, they did a silent auction, and I was able to grab that engine DCC ready for about $75. Was a steal, and then put a $20 decoder in there. It's the cheapest DCC engine I've got on my layout, which is I love it. But I plan to put a keep alive and sound in there, and put I'm thinking the soundtrack speakers in there. Again, I'm still experimenting, watching a ton of videos to see where I want to go with. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy going. Now, one cool thing about this camera is that not only is it a camera, I can rotate it. So a little geeky stuff there, but let's go ahead and get this train dispatched and be on our way so you guys can see an engine running as we ramble on this podcast. So this is the chroma key, I think it's chroma key, SPSF supposed merger, but never happened. So yeah, there is the train that we're run for tonight, and it's going on the Wilding corners. So I bought this from a member back in Slomra. So yeah. Let me go ahead and get this stationary here, and we'll just ramble and chat. Again, I'm experimenting with everything, seeing if the stream stays true to things. I was very fortunate enough to live in a city that has Google Fiber, which I'm very thankful for. And right now, I'm surprised I'm able to download and upload wirelessly. Like, this whole computer's on the wireless. Normally, you would want to have a wired connection for the best optimal performance. But yeah, based on this setup, I have to go wireless. But I'm surprised it's somewhat heavy. It's doing fairly well. So again, we've got train going over Phoenix Point. Cool. So a little bit about what I want to do for the future and just 2023 in general. So I did have another modular update video. However, it quickly, based on the release order that I did in my videos, that video kind of got outdated really quickly. And so I decided to pull it off because it just wasn't worth it putting it up. I don't have any videos. I do have another episode 6 of the fun run in edit right now, but I probably won't get that out to the end of the week because now that the vacation's over with winter break and everything, back to doing my day-to-day job. More than likely, it's going to be videos once a week. So, but you'll definitely have a short every day. You'll definitely have content from me every day. My goal, it's a crazy goal, but I'm going to have some sort of train content every day for the entire year 2023. Will that happen? I don't know. It's my goal to try. And ultimately, I want to get as much video, much model railroading stuff for you guys, as much as I can, because I have a personal goal to try to make it to 1,000 by the end of this year. That is the goal. That's what I'm pushing hard for. And streaming needs to be a part of that. That way I can grow the community, you guys can get updates, and you can get the state of the channel so forth. It's kind of what this video is going to turn into, or the stream's going to turn into. But so yeah, the Icey Rail podcast. So I've always wanted to do a podcast on this channel. I've been experimenting for a while. Before we moved from California to here, I was going to release episode 1 just to talk about news articles, talk about, probably bring some guests on here, just talk about model trains, because like this is the most dominant hobby I've ever been involved with. I've been in it for about 20 years. I've started from my very first train set was the Bachmann Spectrum line, Amtrak, with the black diesel unit. I can't remember the exact specifications, with the single rail coaches. Brought the easy tracks, they brought the brick controller, and pretty much I was hooked from there on forward. So, and even to this day, it's like I'm just now diving into DCC hardcore. And if you guys have seen my series, Digitrack, How Far Can We Take Digitrack series, I've kind of just blown it up left and right. Yes, there are many different ways to do what I'm doing, but I've chosen Digitrack just because, in my opinion, it's one of the top systems out there when it comes to DCC. Yeah, you got NCE, you've got DigiKeys, you've got DCC++, Arduinos. You can do. The great thing about this hobby is that you can do one concept, one thing. If you want to turn a switch track, there's like 10 different ways to do it. You can literally customize however you want to do it. I use Toy switch machines on this layout because that's just what I grew up with. I like the analog feature of it. But you can do it different ways. You can use the Smell, you can use the Pico, you can use the Walther's switch machine. I mean, there's so many different ways just to flip that little switch over there. So it's crazy. It's crazy amount of things that you can do with this hobby. And what I wanted to do in particular is, like, a lot of people have home layouts. And there's some other YouTubers out there that do modular stuff too, but I wanted to really focus on modulars because I constantly move from time to time. And so, I need a layout that will take up a good amount of space, but I can also disassemble it and reassemble it. And what I found is that I can do so much with the modular layout. Like, I can take this layout, and I haven't really shown you guys a video on this layout yet, because I think the last video I did, this Phoenix Point wasn't even a thing, and I just swapped it out. And that's the great thing about modular layouts, is that if you get sick of this particular modular here, I can always build another one to the same specs and have a completely different look, scenery. It's the interchangeability and customizability for modular layouts is what I enjoy so much about it. Now, not to say that home layouts is bad or anything. It's just, it fits my lifestyle, and that's what I want to present. So definitely excited to continue that forward. And like I said, I'm very fortunate to actually finally have the space to do the next level that I want to take my channel and this content for you guys. So yeah, so feel free to continue to ask many questions. Again, just keep in mind, I'm still kind of a novice myself. I'm still learning, and we'll learn together. So, and I'll share. That's the whole point of this channel, is that it's a journey. It is basically my story, Ray Ron's story. I use Ray Ron, I use the Ice Dragon. It is a symbol of escapism. Escapism has always been the heart and soul of all the content that I do, not only in this channel, but on the Endless Collectibles channel, my Mangaverse channel. It is methods, it is tools to encourage escapism, because if I can help you just distract you and just show you the joys of miniature model railroading, then I've done my job. That's always been my goal to do on this channel. So yeah, that is definitely a big goal for me moving forward in 2023, is to continue to help you guys escape. Like I said, I'm very fortunate enough to be part of another model railroading club here. It's called Samra. If you guys follow the channel, you guys have seen a ton of content from me from that particular layout. It's a club that has a huge building. They own it, which is nice. They're not renting. The building cost them like $100,000 back in the day, and they're planning to expand it too. So there's a whole nother section that they're building, basically a port, that we can have a whole nother scenic and everything. Why are you slowing down? Oh, you know what? I think I need to speed you up a little bit. There we go. But that's kind of the way going forward, and you guys have seen a lot. And what's great about this club is that they do fun runs, they do operation sessions, they do, they're building the layout currently, and we get to be a part of that, and I am excited to no end to be fortunate that I can have a home layout here, modular layout, and I can also showcase a proper layout. It's kind of a blessing where I'm at right now. So, and you know, I want to take you guys with me. It's a journey, and that's again the intent behind this. So, yeah. So I just basically turned it to the opposite direction. So now we're looking at one of the 6 corners. So again, these modulars were designed to have 3 tracks on them. If you've seen some of my other videos, I've got the modular that's kind of that way. You guys can't see it, but that was actually moved from where this corner was. These corners are basically the Wilding 8. Now originally there were 8 of these turns. Unfortunately 2 of them were water damaged from the previous owner when they were trying to move the modulars from one place to another. Unfortunately got water damage, and so only 6 was saved, I guess is the best way to describe it. Eventually I plan to rebuild the other 2 so that way we have the full 8 corners, but for right now I've got kind of a very ghetto turn. If you've seen some of my videos, Harbor Point is the name of that modular that is kind of substituting in for one of my corners. Now I may keep it in because I've got a kind of a ghetto section over there. It's just this 2x4 piece of wood that's and on top of it I just kept the track on it, and I'm debating if I want to take that out and put a modular in there. But as I have realized, these modulars are not perfect in all dimensions, and so the next video that I'll record on this modular, you'll see the track is slanted. And so it's like I kind of need to keep it in because it's that piece of flex track that allows the entire layout to keep together. So it's just funny how it kind of worked out. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for the future. I'm excited for 2023. I'm excited on where things are going here. And the channel's definitely been growing. Ever since we started the shorts every day that I've been trying to do, we've grown at least 100 subscribers in the last 30 months or 30 days, which is great. So thank you guys so much. Again, I promise to try to get as much more content out to you guys as I can. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. Like I said, I apologize if the audio is really bad. Again, I'm using a webcam for the audio. Plan to have a USB XLR mic for this setup in the future. I've got it on my other computer that's in my other room. So yeah, kind of the future of this layout. Right now I've been having a lot of problems with getting just parts in general. My current problem with this layout is roadbed. HO roadbed is like impossible to find. I went to the hobby store in San Antonio, they didn't have it. Went to the one in Austin, they didn't have it. Checked multiple websites online and couldn't really find roadbed. The people that do have roadbed, they kind of jacked up the price because there is a shortage on roadbed, unfortunately, for HO. And I've been able to get more. It's just kind of a third party through Amazon, so I'm hoping they come in and it's the same scale and everything, but I don't know, we'll see. Let me get the camera back over here. So, because eventually, it took me a while. It took me at least 2 weeks to figure out what the final layout was going to look like. And eventually the goal, so what we're looking at right now is the testing range modular. Now I do have to take this one out to put a new modular in because it needs to actually have a 3-track system to match with all these other corners, because there's one corner over here that has the 3 rails already done. I want to make sure that the other 6 modulars have those 3 rails, because again, these 6 modulars, my goal is to keep the original plan on what they were supposed to be in place. And so I want the rest of the layout to have that. And what that allows me to do is I'm going to have kind of a very small, very makeshift operations layout. So I'll have the main line, which you see my engine kind of running on right now. I've got a switch over here that's eventually going to become my main siding, and then on this module that you're looking at right now, it's going to be 3 rails with 2 switches that's going to go into my 81 track, my arrival departure track, and to my yard 1 is eventually what I'm going to go to. So that's kind of the future of this layout. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Let's see what else we got here. So yeah, we've got more of the shelves up to get storage for all of the passengers, all of the freight cars. Eventually we're going to have more shelves on this left side. So as you can see, it's empty right now for that wall. However, we'll have a lot more shelves. That's going to be my staging area. If I wanted to pull a train, I guess take the train off, put it onto a layout, and go. Because this particular area doesn't have enough room for a proper yard to store all of my trains on. So that's why we've got the shelves up, so that way it can kind of mimic a yard. Very basic. So, but I am very excited. Again, eventually what I'm going to stream to is I want to try to capture a dispatch board via JMRI. I'm very, very close to doing that. I just got to find my local net cables to start connecting everything to my... I'll eventually switch from my DS51 controller to my DCS52 controller. It has a PR4 in it. And so that way we can get all the signals. You see the block detection and everything. I've got my PM74. So this guy right here is basically like the PSX for circuit breakers, but this is Digitrack's version of it. And again, normally I would go the PSX route, however most of it's sold out, and my whole concept of the series is taking Digitrack products and seeing how they go. And so got the PM74, which allows me to have circuit breaker protection and give me block districts for this layout. It gives me, if I remember correctly, 4 power districts, which is perfect. And if a train shorts, the whole idea of this is that this trips and not trips the main brain of the system. So yeah, that's kind of the idea. And then originally I was going to use the PM74 for Phoenix Point behind me, but the one problem with it is I need JMRI to update, and I'm not sure if I can update on this computer. So there's a couple problems right now with the PM74. Yeah, so I may actually end up using my SE8C to do everything I need to do just so I can get to the next level of this layout. So that's kind of the plan. And that way I can literally flip the whole switch here and all the switches on the layout from my computer. So my whole dream of this layout is it's going to be controlled via my computer, and you guys can, I'll basically stream the dispatch board. And then kind of what's kind of interesting too, if I really want to take it to the next level, is basically dispatch and run trains, control switches, all from my computer. That is the end goal, and I would say, I don't know, I think we're like 25% way there. There's still a lot to be done. Like I said, roadbed has been a problem. Switches have been the next problem. Trying to find Unifrog Pico, because I swear by them, even though they're 45 bucks a piece. Ugh. They're a pain in the butt to find. So that has been definitely another problem for this layout, is can't find the switches. So more than likely, I think what's going to end up happening is I am definitely interested in getting into the fast track number 5 turns to make my own. Because I can see the benefits. I want to go down that rabbit hole, because it's not necessarily that I want to save it for money purposes. It's more of the logistical part of it that I can't find the freaking turns that I need. because otherwise I would 100% rather go Unifrog PicoTrack, but considering the supply issues, I'm kind of just leaning towards Fast Track, and with the benefit of obviously it's a lot cheaper in the long run. In the long run, so yeah, you'll definitely will be seeing Fast Track on this channel. Promise you that. But again, in order to get into Fast Track, it's like $500 to get into. So it's definitely, the entry level cost is kind of steep. Kind of steep. Because for $500 you can get basically one command station and something else from Digitrax. So yep. Alright, let's go ahead and park this engine. Bring it into the station. Alright. And we'll turn the lights off. Alright, and then I think we'll call it there. So hey Google, turn off all outlets in the train room.
Alright, turning off 9 outlets.
So yeah, I've heavily digitized this room. You can again hashtag blame Heath on this, because when I discovered the voice control from his channel, it's like, oh boy, I need to dive into this a little bit. And so there are digital outlets, voice outlets, there are outlets for the walls. I've got it all connected to the Google Home. I've got an interface. You guys probably seen the interface before in a couple of my videos. And I can literally turn on and off the train room via my voice. So, yeah. This room is heavily digitized. And I love it. So, okay. So with that, again, this is just a quick demo of the stream. And looks like it was good. Didn't see any drop frames. Let me, let's see. Notifications, good. And yeah, stream quality is good. So it looks like, again, mic quality, apologize, no, mic quality is probably crap. It's coming from a webcam. So my next step is to get an XLR or a USB mic. I do have a USB mic, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. I just want to go straight to XLR because XLR just sounds so much better. I've got an XLR mic in the other room that I use for my videos. And the reason why I don't have it here is because it's a different room. I've got my main editing room that I do all my videos, and then I've got the train room in here, which is different in here. So, but looks like this computer was able to handle it. That was my next concern. Is, you know, I've got a cheapo Walmart computer here, and I was hoping that it would stay stable, was able to support everything that I'm doing, and it looks like it's stable, to including the wireless Google Fiber. So really happy the way this is turning out. So yeah, these streams, I'm going to try to do them daily. That's kind of the goal, but I'm not going to make any promises, because I just want to, the whole purpose of it is, let's just run trains and talk trains and just have fun, because my main goal is escapism. Simple as that. The world is sometimes can be a difficult place, and I want to provide a space for you guys to escape, have fun, watch trains. That's it. And if you learn something from me, then I've done my job. So, with it, guys, wing hugs to you guys. Definitely appreciate everything you've done for this channel. Again, road to 1,000 starts this year. So, thank you guys so much.